What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Leon Angus, and today I've got one of your favorite videos. It's my income report for my Amazon Associates or Amazon affiliate website. So if you're brand new to this channel and you've never seen one of these videos before, I regularly do a monthly income report every single month with a kind of case study, if you want to call it that, an Amazon Associates website. And every single month I report back with all of the changes, all of the pitfalls, all of the climbs, so you get to see everything about this site, and that way you can implement all of the techniques and strategies into your own business and potentially gain from it as well. All right, so today what we're going to be doing is going over my February report. So last month the site done pretty good. I'm going to actually run through all of the details inside of this video. So if you're really excited for this, then make sure to smash that like button to get this video off to a good start. And then what we're going to do is go through all of those most important details that you came for. So don't forget, we're going to go through the money, the traffic, the backlinks, the on-page SEO, how much content I added, like absolutely everything. Okay, I don't hold it back. Apart from the site, I don't share it anymore, but if you do go to my old ones, tons of people have seen the site before. So if you do want to see it and find out what it is, then you have to go watch back the old videos and you will find it. All right, but anyway, let's get into it. Let's get into the video. So as you guys know, I'm not a pretender YouTuber or anything like that. Still getting my wits about me with everything, even though I've been doing it for a good year now, but it's not as easy as it looks. But anyway, I'm going to be using my phone throughout this video because I've got all of the notes, so I can go through all of the details throughout the video and give you the accurate information. And of course, I'll be popping up with pop-ups and screenshots and all that kind of stuff, so you can really see the inside or the intricate information, the intricate details of each of the topics that I'm talking about. All right, so the first thing that we're going to go over is how many published articles are currently on the site. So the site currently has 104 articles that have been published on the site that are live right now, but I do also have 4 articles that are in draft as well. So I don't know if you guys know, whoever's watching this, but what I do is I basically have like a system approach now, which I use to push content out very fast and efficiently. So what I do is I have writers that I use on different various writing platforms, predominantly iWriter at the moment, where I save specific writers that perform pretty well, and I use the elite level writers. And what I do is basically get writers to write the content because of the turnaround time is very quick on that platform, and then I push it to an editor, which I'm using on a platform called freelance.com. So with that, I'm able to get the content, and then the editor will do all of the touch-ups, like in regards to a few outbound links, and he'll do like all of the formatting and images if he can. If he can't find the images, then I'll end up doing them anyway, and then I'll basically go over it after that before publish, and I'll basically do all the on-page SEO, make sure everything's all good and in sync, and then do a few touch-ups, a bit of grammatical corrections and whatever else, and then publish it. Now all of that can obviously be quite expensive if you're brand new to affiliate marketing or niche websites, but the guy that I'm using for the editing is not UK based. He's actually based in the Middle East, so he's a lot cheaper than what you would get in the US or the UK or Australia or something like that. So I use him specifically for formatting and images and whatever else. And if you doubt those guys, think again, because they're very good at like formatting and all of that kind of thing. The only thing that I wouldn't use them for is to write your content, because they're not going to really understand that. But if they got really good feedback, then usually obviously they got good English, good communication, and a good understanding of the English language, so you can find good people for a reasonable price. And for 3 pieces of content, I pay him about 40 UK pounds. But obviously don't forget, that's on top of after I've already paid writers like $60, $70 per article. So I'm doing that plus obviously then the editor as well. So all in all, it might average out to about $80 an article, something like that. But obviously that you make that money back, because that now adds additional income onto your site per month, providing that you can rank it well. All right, so anyway, that's what I've got, 104 articles on the site currently, and I'll go through obviously moving forward how many articles I'm going to be planning on adding in per month as well. So the traffic on the site is 15,124 visitors for the month of February, which is a little increase from last month, okay? And that was that was the page views. So that was overall how many views the site got in total. But if we look at the unique visitors, we can see that that's 13,894 visitors. So that's how many unique people came to the site. And then some of them may have visited 2 or 3 pages, which made up the additional amount of page views that you just saw. Okay, and if we take a look at that, in comparison to last month, we can see that on the page views, we're at a 6.98% increase on page views. In regards to unique page views, we're on a 9.4% increase, which is very good. The average time spent on the page has also increased by 13%. The average amount of time that people are now spending on the site is 3 minutes 52 against 3 minutes 25 previously. Now you can see that the bounce rate has actually dropped. So it was at 88% and it's now at 90%. Exit rate and bounce rate is 2 different things. Exit rate is what you want when people are clicking the links. Bounce rate means they might have bounced back off and then obviously gone and searched again. So it's not really a good metric, but it does say that obviously they might be getting the information from me and then re-looking for it to find a review or, you know, whatever kind of product I've left as a tip. They're obviously maybe going back and searching for that, or it could be that my content's not solving their problem. So that is a little bit, you know, kind of interesting to me. I will pay attention to that and really maybe re-optimize some of that old content to improve the amount of, you know, lessen the bounce rate on the pages. Okay, so you can see on the following section that my exit rate has gone up by 5%, which is the brilliant one that I was meant to talk about. So what that is basically when people click affiliate links. So you might see a lot of people like, you know, bouncing off the page and exiting and whatever else. Well, what that is basically when someone comes in, you're going to have a very high, probably like 80% or above for a good affiliate site, bounce rate or exit rate, because people are clicking off and they're going off. If they come into your page and they find what they need and then they head off to the affiliate website, well, that's going to go down as an exit, you know. So it doesn't really work as a disadvantage to your site if you are running an affiliate site. For example, if you had like an informational website, an informational blog, then that might be a problem. So that might be something you would want to look into in that scenario. All right, so how many pieces of content did I add in the month of February? Well, I aimed to add 8. And I said I had 4 in draft. Well, what I actually did is I added 8 in total, but I only published 4 of them. So I've got 4 articles sitting in draft that have already been written and edited and are waiting for me to get to them. Because I've been so busy, and honestly, one of the biggest things is running the YouTube channel at this stage, because as you can understand, there's like over 1,000 people, and then I'm getting like, you know, 500, 700 people watching a video, and a lot of people are new. Well, they're messaging me, you know, and getting at me, and I left my personal email on some of these videos. Now I've got my business one, so I'm able to manage things a little bit better. Because what's happening is I'm getting so many messages, and because I'm a person who tries to keep it real 24/7, it is very hard. So you can see, you know, like how some of these people grow on YouTube, and it's very, they lose like that relationship with their subscribers because it's so hard to manage such a vast amount of people. So what I'm trying to do at the moment is really understand how I can do that effectively. So I don't know whether it's going to be me creating like a resource or like a group or something like that, where you guys can actually come in and ask me questions directly there, and I can dip in at a certain time so you know when to expect me, and then obviously get back out. Or it might be just live streaming. I think that might be pretty good as well. If you do kind of have like an idea, or you would love a live stream, then make sure to leave a comment below, because that would really mean a lot, honestly, because it's going to help me to understand exactly what you want, because the only way I can know what you want is if you tell me, okay? So I don't know any other way. But anyway, back to the topic. I digress for a small second. But I added 4 pieces of content that were published, and then 4 which are in the draft. So overall, I hit the target of adding 8 pieces of content in the month of February. Now, how old is the site at this point? Well, the site is 19 months old, so it's a bit of a veteran. Now, in SEO, it's not that old, really and truly. I mean, some people would get much more extravagant results with an affiliate site than this one. Of course, if I were to redo this site, I would obviously, you know, get much better results at this point than where it's at, but that doesn't stop you from actually doing it now, okay? So there's nothing stopping me from actually improving the existing content, really optimizing it, re-optimizing everything, and improving rankings. There's nothing stopping me from doing that, and that's exactly what I aim to do, but I'll explain all of that at the end of the video. So the next question is, what has my keyword strategy been at this stage? Because I'm always talking about, you know, when you start out, I always recommend that you start off with very narrow and niche down keywords, so very specific on a particular topic. topic. Well, at this point, when the site's built up some kind of authority, and also, it's been around for quite some time, do you still target the same keywords? Well, the answer to that for me personally at this current climate is no, because what I tend to do now is go for those more difficult keywords that are higher volume in traffic. So when I was starting out, I was going for those very easy keywords that are for a specific breed of dog and a specific type of keyword on my niche and whatever else. And now I can go for things that are more broad, that cover a wide range of dogs and a wide range of different, things and topics and whatever else. And that obviously warrants a lot more traffic as well. So what I am doing at this point in time is I'm actually targeting those more difficult keywords. And the way that I'm finding those keywords is by simply plugging in competitors' websites and then reverse engineering those sites on my keyword tool, which is keysearch.co. You can check out the tool below, and I'll be doing, I'm testing out a new tool called SEO Power Suite. I'm going to let you guys know how that goes. Over the next 6 months, I'm going to be using that tool. So I'm actually taking all of the organic ranking keywords, all the best ones, and I'm also reverse engineering it for the pages that are bringing in the most traffic. So then that leads me to the keywords that I need to be targeting as well. And the way that I find those sites to plug in the first place and know that I can potentially outrank them on those terms is by finding sites that have an equal or lesser kind of authority than mine, and then I reverse engineer to see what their top keywords are. So if they got less authority than me, and or it might be a site that I'm currently outranking for a particular term. So if I find all of the top ranking keywords that I have, and then I see all the second and third and fourth ranking websites, providing they're not like a big authority or whatever, and then I'll see like one that has like a kind of less authority than me, or like a similar kind of authority, or maybe just ahead of me, I'll plug that into my tool, and then this handy tool actually allows me to find all of the top ranking pages and the top organic keywords that they're ranking for that are bringing them the most traffic. So that way I can actually, go and target those keywords myself. And that's currently been my keyword strategy for the past couple of months, and moving forward throughout the rest of 2020, that will be the way that I'm going to scale up the site, because the goal for the site is 60,000 visitors per month, which should average me about $3,000 per month, where I can then sell the site for the amount of $100,000, which I was aiming to do by the end of 2020. So currently the site has 224 backlinks, and that's coming from 79 different sources. So that means 79 different domains are linking out to my site 224 times combined. Okay, and what that is, I'm getting these metrics from Ahrefs. They actually have a free backlink checker tool, which is where you've just seen the screenshot from, and that tool allows me to see a complete profile of my backlinks. Okay, so I can see whether they do follow or no follow, and so on and so forth. And if you don't know what do follow and no follow links are links that Google can crawl and understand. No follow links are basically telling the search engines not to go through them. They still understand them in that sense, but they don't actually count them, as a kind of vote, if you want to put it that way, to your website, okay, or to the website that you're linking to or whatever. Now, as you can see, the do follow ratio of my links are 49%. So that's an increase from 41% last month, and quite dramatic, to be honest. I haven't actually had any more unique domains linking to me, but those existing domains that are currently linking to me, I've got a few more from them this month. Okay, so that means a few more people have added roughly, because last month, if we look at it, I had 210, I think, and then now I've obviously got 224. So it's a little bit of an increase, which I'm thankful for, and it looks very good as well. So that means that obviously, they're seeing my content and they're linking out to it on several occasions. So my existing keywords that I'm ranking for have continued to climb. I'm currently ranking for over 2,800 different keywords on Google, and that's only the metrics that I'm using my tool. I believe it's probably more than that, to be honest. There's tons of different keywords that I'm now branching into and ranking for that I'm not even targeting. So what I'll be doing moving forward is actually identifying those keywords as well, some of them that are bringing in quite good traffic or that have a high search volume, and then obviously optimizing an article around them that's relevant to it, or actually creating new articles to target those keywords. And the way you can also see that information is if you head over to Google Search Console, and you can see all of the keywords that you're currently ranking for, and that way you can identify which keywords you want to sort it by impressions and see where you're being shown up for the most. And then obviously if you don't have an article that's best suited to target that keyword, then you can write a new article on that specific keyword and then try to target it that way, because Google obviously feels that your site is relevant to show it for that particular keyword, but you're not optimized for it, so you're probably not getting the relevant traffic that you could if you were actively trying to rank for it. So what has my backlink strategy been? Well, over the past month or so, I honestly have added no backlinks. I did say I'm going to run a backlink campaign during the summer. At the moment, I'm just getting them organically. I'm not doing anything specific or anything, unique. I'm not doing anything at all, to be honest. There's no backlink campaign or anything like that. So everything that you see in regards to the backlinks that are coming in actively month over month in these monthly reports are all backlinks that are just coming in naturally from the content that's ranking on the website. Okay, so it could be from existing content, and it could be from content that I'm adding to the site that's obviously moving up in the ranks. And the way that that new content is able to rank is purely based on the authority and the content quality that I'm putting up. Okay, so the existing authority on the site plus the quality of content and my keyword research and density and optimization is what's allowing the content to rank at the moment. I'm not using any active backlinks to then send it to a piece of content once I put the content up. It's just completely organic, like almost set it and forget it kind of thing. I didn't include in this video obviously how much of the traffic is currently from SEO, but last month it was 87%. I do believe it's going to be somewhere around that figure, if not more than that. Or I'll tell you what, I'll put a screenshot right here so you can see that. I don't know what it is because I'm doing this video off the fly. Okay, so obviously you'll be able to see it, which I believe it will be either 87% or higher than that, and that's pretty good for me because I want the majority of my traffic coming from SEO. The downside of getting traffic from like social media or anything like that is the platform can go down and they're not search engines. So obviously people are not actively searching for the specific topics every single month. It's only if someone catches it by chance or eye or based on interest, which is not in your benefit if you're trying to make a sustainable income based on sustainable traffic. All right, so let's get into the most important part that you came for in this video. First of all, before we get into it, one thing that I need to ask from you is that you smash that like button if you've been enjoying this video so far. And what we're about to do now is get into the earnings report. All right, so if we take a look for the month of February 2020, the site earned through Amazon Associates $570.34 I should say, with a conversion rate of 19.23%. So the conversion rate is actually dropped just a little bit, but the actual earnings have gone up from where it was last month at $428.47. So we've come up over $150, which is very good. I'm happy with that, and it is where the site does truly belong, because it was doing $700 a month last year, and then we had a massive dip, and then we've now restored to where we should be for the year of 2020. And then $0 from ClickBank. I haven't really focused on ClickBank. I have been moving up the ranks slowly for the affiliate product that I'm promoting with ClickBank, and that's based on the authority of my site, and I did re-optimize the content for that particular review on the product. But what I am going to do is start really promoting that product during the next couple of months. I'm going to focus on creating more supporting content around that topic that will power up that post, and obviously send some backlinks to it maybe to help it move up the ranks as well. All right, and then we've got $126.92 on zoic with an EPMV of $9.68. So what an EPMV is the amount of dollars that you're earning per 1,000 views. Okay, so that's $9 at the moment, which is pretty good on zoic, and obviously over $100 on zoic is an increase from last month at $95.20, and the EPMV last month was $8.37, so we're now at $9.68. So we've increased there. So that brings the site to a total of $697.26, and that's up $143.59 from January 2020. Sorry, I wrote 2019 there. Let's change that. All right, so that's kind of an increase. It's not that dramatic, but an extra $100 odd per month increase in your income, I'm sure many of you could find useful. Okay, and then let's look at the authority of the site, because obviously, we're bringing in the money, we've done all this traffic and whatever else, but how much authority does this site have? So it currently has a domain authority of of 12, and it has a page authority of 22. So that's actually increased from last month, which I believe the page authority was 21 and it's now 22. I'm not sure why, okay? It could be potentially because of the additional content that I'm adding, and obviously because time is ticking and going over, and search engines are really building up that trust with the website and the user engagement. You know, all of the user engagement is really going to help, because the user metrics are what Google are really focusing on to make sure that people are spending time on websites and really getting what they're looking for when they make a potential search query. All right, so why is the site performing good? I think it's just performing how it should. It's not doing anything in particularly special in comparison to where it was last year. We're not still on a constant growth cycle as rapidly as it was. So the way I can improve that, I believe, is through good content and good backlinks. And I'm going to be focusing specifically on on-page SEO over the next couple of months. And that is why I'm now using the tool SEO Power Suite. So I'm going to be doing a review on that tool, because I believe that tool is very good for the utensils that you have access to in regards to on-page SEO. So I'm actually going to, get to understand that tool a little bit more, and then I'm going to do a review on it, and then I'll put it in a few further tutorials coming up in the next couple of months, so you guys can really, see the tool and potentially use it yourself if you do think that it's going to be useful to you. All right, so how do I plan on improving this site or moving forward with it? What's my plan of action? Because obviously I'm trying to get to 60,000 visits per month, currently at just 15,000 or whatever. So it's increased from there. So that's pretty good, because obviously it wasn't as high as that. That's the all-time high for the site, is 15,000 visits a month. So what we're going to plan on doing, how we're going to scale up this site, is we're going to be targeting again more of these keywords. So what I've done is I've actually downloaded a massive list of all these keywords. I've got tons of them. And by the way, if you want to get more information on SEO, I've actually created like a little cheat sheet that you can get just below this video. And if you check my community tab, you can also find out more about my Amazon Associates ebook that I'm bringing out. It's a complete ebook. It has absolutely everything that I know on SEO and Amazon Associates, like combining those two specifically. And it's going to be, relatively good price, so don't worry about that. And you can get onto the early bird list in the community tab. I've left a post there, so you can opt in and get onto the email list for that, and you'll be notified first. And if you do obviously purchase it within the first amount of people, then you'll actually get a discount, and that's going to be for like the first 100 purchases, okay? And then after that, it'll go up to the full price. But as you know, if you've watched any of my videos, I don't hold back on information or what I know, and I focus on giving information that will get you results. So that book will guarantee get people results, because if you follow the information and you take action on it, guaranteed you will get results. So make sure you either get the cheat sheet below or both, and go and sign up in the community tab to the early bird notification for my ebook. It's going to be the Niche Affiliates Amazon Handbook. I wanted to call it a handbook because I'm an ex-mechanic, and mechanics go off of like manuals and guidelines, and I didn't want it to be like some kind of playbook or something like that. I wanted it to be like a complete manual, an instruction manual, that if you follow it, you'll be able to get results. Like instructions, when you follow it, you get the result. So that's exactly how I want it to be, okay? So the way I'm going to scale the site is based on those keywords, as I was saying. I'm going to be basically adding 12 articles per month. So I add roughly 3 articles per week, usually. I added 8 last month, so that was my goal. I believe that was my goal last month. And then obviously this month, moving forward, I'm going to be adding 12. So 3, 6, 9, 12. Every week, 3 articles. So I actually order 3 per week from the writers, and then submit that to the editor. And then obviously the editor publishes them on my site and everything. So I've created him like an author profile on the site, so he can actually throw up some content after he's edited it and whatever else. And he does the images, the outbound links, all of that. But sometimes if you can't find images, then I'll do them. But he doesn't do any of the SEO. I still do that, because they don't know exactly how to do SEO and stuff like that. As I said earlier, I'm going to be targeting these bigger, higher traffic keywords. So I've got a list of them at the moment, which is like a hit list, if you want to call it that. And I've got all those keywords downloaded, so I know exactly what kind of keywords I need to target, All I need to do is keep getting my writers to write those pieces of content, and when I'm actually getting them to write it, I fill them in with all of the subheadings that they need to cover. So that way when they write the piece of content, all they need to do is answer each particular topic, like subheading, and just give the best kind of paragraph that they can, or couple of paragraphs for that specific area. And it makes it a lot easier for them because they've got the whole kind of structure and layout, and then all they need to do is fill in the blanks. Okay, that's the way you want to submit articles to writers, because a lot of people say writers are not good, but then you just give them a keyword and expect them to do the best thing that you expect. They don't know what you want. It doesn't matter if it's the best writer in the world. You need to give them like a complete layout, very detailed instructions, so then they can fill in all the blanks and obviously do the hard part, which is writing the content and putting it all together. So as I said, I'll be running a backlink campaign in the middle of summer, and that's going to be obviously, you know, I don't know, it might come before that, who knows. Yeah, I'm currently studying a new course. I'm going to tell you more about that course in the future, because obviously Savage Affiliates is a great course to get you to a certain stage, and then I believe to get to the next stage and understand things more intricately, then you're going to need to, you know, develop your learning. You can't just take one course and think you're going to lay back for the rest of your life. You have to always be constantly developing your skill sets and improving, and that comes from actually practicing, you know, the craft, and obviously constantly learning from people who are ahead of you, and even ahead of where you were learning from in the first place. Okay, am I happy with the progress of the site? I would say most definitely I'm happy with it, because obviously, you know, it has more potential, but for a niche affiliate site, it's doing pretty good. As you know, I've got other sites as well, and you know, this one's doing good. Like, it's a good site, it's bringing in consistent traffic, it's growing, which is most important, and I can see that it will hit the 60,000 visits by the end of the year. I do believe I can do that. It's very realistic to me. I need to triple obviously the amount of traffic that's coming in, and I do believe I can do that with the right SEO skill sets, and also with the consistency of adding new content and making sure that content is super helpful. Sorry, that's my stupid alarm that just went off. But yeah, that's it. So if you enjoyed the video, again, make sure to smash that like button. If you are new, then of course you would have already subscribed through this kind of content. Look how good this is. You know, that this is like the best kind of stuff you're getting on YouTube. But anyway, no, honestly, I hope you enjoyed it. You know, you get to know me on this video as well, because I'm Leon. I don't know what you want to know about me. I'm in the UK. You probably tell by my accent, and I'm 28 years old. So if you want to know anything more about me, then go watch my other videos or subscribe to the channel, and make sure to switch on that notification bell. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.